Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. I'm blessed to be here with another future spouse reading. So in this one I want to take a look at what is your future spouse going to really like about you and what they might dislike. So see which option you're mostly drawn to. Option number one, pink moon crescent, right? Rose quartz. Option number two, this is the jade stone. And option number three, we got clear quartz. See which one you're also drawn to. Don't overthink it. And let's go ahead and begin with the reading. Option number one. Hi, welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards. Say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to take a look at your future spouse really quickly. See what the cards want you to know about them. And then we'll see what they're going to love about you and then what they might dislike about you. Brutally honest, no sugarcoating. Then again, we're here to know the truth. Alright, so let's take a look. Your future spouse, what the cards want you to know. Okay, a person that is meant for you, a person that's fated for you. This is not going to be just somebody random that you meet and, like there's a plan. When it comes to you and your future spouse, there's a plan. And when it comes to your meeting, I do have a lot of readings when it comes to how and when you meet your future spouse. You can look them up in one of the playlists that I've got. But when it comes to the way that you're going to meet, it's going to be something unexpected, filled with a lot of synchronicities. And you and your future spouse, when it comes to your relationships, you guys are meant to experience a lot of highs and lows as a couple. The reason for that is that in psychology we say what is born in contact, right? So fears, limiting beliefs and so on and so forth can only be healed in contact, right? So there's only so much healing we can do by ourselves, but a lot of healing is done when we're interacting with other people. Anyways, that's the case when it comes to you and your future spouse, that you're meant to experience a lot of highs and lows. And also with your future spouse, you are going to discover that you are lovable even at your worst, even with your shadow aspects coming through very, very strongly, with your, alter ego shining brightly, there's going to be some sort of, like a part of you that's going to come out that you have maybe have been keeping repressed and hidden for a very long time because you've been told that this part can't come out. But anyways, with your future spouse, it does feel like there's a lot of healing that's going on. I'm not saying that they're going to love those parts, but they're going to show you that you're still lovable, if that makes sense. I know it sounds a little bit contradictory, but it's this energy that they're going to be with you through thick and thin, even if things get very, very difficult, okay? So they might not like a certain aspect of you, but they're still going to make you see that even with that aspect, you're still lovable. Okay, nice. So I would definitely say that your future spouse is a tough cookie. Somebody who's very patient, somebody who's very hot as well. This particular person, when we're talking about your future spouse, I'm getting a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming through. This is definitely somebody who's a forward-thinking. This person, for some of you, I don't know, for some of you might be a smoker. You know, it is what it is. It does feel like the person that you're going to marry, they're very attractive, they're very ambitious. I would say that they're quite competitive as well. Quite competitive. Very sensual, very connected to their sensuality. Somebody who pays attention to their looks, but not in a narcissistic way. But, you know, somebody who doesn't look like they rolled out of bed and just went on about their day. It's like, you know, they iron their clothes and they look after their body and they trim their beard and, you know, they like color their hair. I'm talking about both genders over here. Also, when we're talking about your future spouse, they don't have a lot of patience when it comes to people's bullshit. I think at one point or another, There was somebody who was really trying to understand people. But then at one point they just went like, you know what, I just don't have the time or the energy for people's BS. So they're quite loyal. Loyalty for them is everything. I don't think they have ever forgiven. I wouldn't say forgiven. Okay, no, they've forgiven people who have cheated on them or treated them badly, but they never got back together with them. So it's this energy where they have this rule about cheating. They have this rule about loyalty, where they're like, these are my standards, and you know, if you're not ready to be loyal, you can just piss off in a unknown direction. But the same rules applies to them as well, because they are somebody who is, even though they're very loyal and quite popular for some of you, they're loyal. They're loyal. For them, loyalty, honesty is key. And if they see somebody crossing the line, they will sure as hell let this person know that this is exactly what they're doing. Overall, I would say your person is quite chill, even though they have a lot like this energy of competitiveness and so on and so forth. Overall, I would say they're quite chill. So not hot-headed. Another thing that's coming through when we're talking about your future spouse, guys, is that they're very good when it comes to communication. A very nice voice. Somebody who knows how to speak to people, knows how to negotiate, knows how to... I would say, you know what, for some of you, this person is very good when it comes to singing. I don't know why that came through. Singing or dancing. Okay. So that's just a little bit about your future spouse. You know, if you want to find out more, there's plenty of videos in the... I keep forgetting what it's called. Oh my gosh, the future spouse playlist. And of course, you know, you could always opt for a personal reading. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what your future spouse is going to absolutely love about you. You know, as a matter of fact, let me grab my other oracle deck. I want to work with it a little bit. Alright, your future spouse, what are they going to love about you? What are they going to like about you? Find the simple pleasures of just being together. You know what? Your future spouse is coming through and saying, I'm just going to enjoy being together with them. You make everything fun. You make everything fun. You see, for them, just being together with you, it's enough. Whether it's just chilling, watching a movie, eating a pizza, just sitting on a bench in a park, it's more than enough. They're saying your energy, your mind, the way that you know, the way that you handle things, the way that you look up at the sky, at you know, the way that you interact with animals, with other people. They're just saying, you know what, it's just this energy of being together. We'll see, maybe they want to get a little bit more specific down the road when it comes to this reading, but so far, it's just being together. Like, you are more than enough. Okay. Falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. Okay, so another thing that they're going to love about you is how authentic and how open you're going to be when it comes to them. And they're going to fall for you really fast. It's this energy that's coming through where they're showing me two puzzle pieces that comes through, that fits together very nicely. Also, there's something about the way that you dress and the atmosphere you create. And there's something about your ability to make a house a home, especially for my ladies out there. You know, you can turn a man cave into a very comfortable love nest, into a very cozy home, right? Okay. Let's see what else they're going to love about you. Okay, charisma, pretty straightforward. Love flows to you, radiate charisma and charm. Your charisma and charm. So I'm not going to be surprised if you guys have a lot of fire energies in your chart. We're talking Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You don't have to have them, but it does come through like a lot of fire, a lot of passion. So they are going to love the way that you talk, love the way that you communicate, love the way that you handle yourself in different situations. To be quite honest with you, it feels like, I know we haven't looked at what they're gonna dislike about you, but it kind of feels the word that I'm getting is as close to perfection as it can get. And perfection, not in the sense that you're perfect for everybody, but that you're perfect for them. Like you have this beautiful balance where you're authentic, where you're charismatic, you are sexy, attractive, you have the ability to charm the pants off of them, right? They're gonna absolutely love that. They're also gonna love the way that you handle yourself with other people when they might be flirting with you, or they might be trying to, I don't know, kind of step out of line a little bit. I think you're going to tell them to like stay in their lane. So they trust you. Gonna be able to trust you. And like I said, for your future spouse, it's very, very important. Because they're a team player. And they just want to make sure that, you know, they got the right people on their team. Especially when it comes to family. Especially when it comes to, you know, your future spouse. Somebody you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, you know. Things go well. Alright, so far so good. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what they're going to like about you with this deck. What they're going to love about you. This card wants to come through. Okay. Again, your voice, your wisdom. You have the ability, I don't know whether you have the ability to bring people together, or you have the ability to convince people. I don't know, some of you might be a star. Might be popular, might be famous, might be very good at what you do. You're going to absolutely love the fact that you love what you're doing. And just overall, they tell me that you stand out. You stand out from the crowd. I think it's hard to like talk about specifics over here because it's just everything about you. But they did mention the specifics. And again, there's something about your voice and something about your ability to motivate them and lift them up. And when like shit goes down, they're saying I absolutely love the way that you know what to say to them and how to act to show them this support without turning into their mother or into their father. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you treat them as equal and you give the sort of support that empowers, truly empowers, rather than makes them feel small or that there's something they don't know. Because, you know, there's different kinds of support. There's different ways of speaking the truth and so on and so forth. I'm saying I love the way that you find the right way to communicate with me. Okay. Now then, let's go ahead and take a look at what they're going to dislike about you. If anything, you know, sometimes there's this energy of just acceptance. But yeah, certain things, I don't know what it is, but they, at the beginning of the reading, they did mention that there were certain things that they might dislike. Yeah, at the beginning, they're saying nothing. At the beginning, nothing at all. They see you, they fall in love, they fall fast. They see you as their spouse, okay? What might they dislike down the line? Sometimes you can be a little bit indecisive. Sometimes you don't follow through with things. Sometimes you might tease them. Sometimes you might tease them. Sometimes you might overspend a little bit over here. But you know what? Those are those things that are, they're cute dislikes. Does that make sense? Like, they don't give you shit about it. They just playfully tease you about it. I don't see anything over here that your person might dislike. Even when you're going to be in a shitty mood, even if you're going to be triggered, they still love you. Whatever personality comes through, whatever needs to be healed, they still love you guys, honestly. It's very, very rare when this happens. Very rare. Because here what I'm getting is total acceptance. Total acceptance of who you are. Lucky option number 1. Alright. And that's what I see for you, my darlings. If you're up for personal reading when it comes to your future spouse, send me the email. The email is in the description box below. Just give me a wave and I'll send you a list of readings that I do, including the future spouse reading. Okay, and down in the comments, let me know if this resonated. And of course, do check my Patreon page out. Alright guys, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. Option number 2, hello my darlings. If you're drawn to the jade crystal, get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your future spouse will love about you, what they will maybe hate about you. I don't think hate is the right word. Dislike. Something that will make them go, "Ooh, baby, you're pissing me off right now." Alright, first and foremost, I want to take a look at your future spouse a little bit. See what the cards have to say. It could be as random. I don't know. What's random? As random as something random. Alright, let's see. Your future spouse, I would say there's somebody who's quite sensitive. They might have to hide it. They've been hurt a lot before. They almost lost all their faith in love. I'm getting somebody who is very determined when it comes to relationships. You know, this is somebody who doesn't disappear at the first sign of trouble. This is somebody who's going to fight. However, they have gone through a lot of heartache. They might be hurting right now as we speak, as I'm doing this reading. They might be in a lot of pain. But this is what they're telling me, that when it comes to your future spouse, they will be very afraid of losing you. Very afraid of losing you. And it will take them a little bit of time to trust you. Because they're somebody who's sensitive, somebody who almost lost faith, and it will take them a little bit of time, my darlings. But it's definitely somebody who is one of the most loyal people you've ever met. Damn, okay. This is so interesting, you know? Sometimes they give me, the first card that they're giving me, I would think that this is somebody who's young and fragile. No, they're giving me the Emperor himself. So, your future spouse is a little bit older than you are. They are somebody who's a boss. They are somebody who has achieved a lot in their life. And they have a very hard exterior. A very hard exterior, very tough exterior. Doesn't matter if it's a man or woman. This is somebody who's self-made. This is somebody with a lot of authority. But look at how the looks can be deceiving. Because this person, again, male or female, it doesn't matter. They look tough. They act with responsibility. They have people depending on them. But inside, they can be very, very fragile. When it comes to love, I wouldn't say it's in other aspects of their life. No, it's mostly to do with love. It's mostly to do with trust. It's mostly to do with relationships. So it is quite possible, you know, that when you do meet your future spouse, they might not even be interested in relationships or serious relationships. They might just have somebody like, you know, on the side to spend their nights with. That's it. because they channeled all of the energy they wanted to put in a relationship and into family. They channeled it into their career, into their business, into their development, and they have achieved a lot. Okay. A lot of Aries energy coming through. For a lot of you, my darlings, I don't know why that came through, but most likely, if we're talking about men over here, they're going to have a beard, maybe glasses or contact lenses. If we're talking about women, they're most likely going to have dark brown hair that could be curly or wavy. Brown eyes for both. Okay. For some of you, you already know this person. For some of you, you already know this person. They're in your life already. They're telling me that you either share some sort of experience from the past, right? There was some sort of conflict maybe in the past, not necessarily between the two of you, but both of you, you know about this conflict. Right now, this person is hurting. And this is what they're saying. Right now, your future spouse is hurting for whatever reason. I'm not going to go too deeply into what. It's a general reading. Yeah, they're telling me some sort of cycle begins again. You might meet as if by chance, but of course it's not going to be a chance. Or again, if we're talking about your ex, this is a new cycle that begins over here. But your future spouse is very ambitious. A lot of Aries that's coming through energy. Maybe somebody who's into psychology or somebody who has a lot of creative energies. Creative energies. Okay. Right, now then, let's go ahead and take a look at what your future spouse is going to absolutely love about you. The fact that you're real. The fact that you're real. Okay, so there are two things that are coming through over here. So the fact that you are real, the fact that you are authentic, the fact that you speak your truth no matter what. Some people might dislike it. You might do it in your own way, but you don't live in the land of the illusions. This is what they really like about you. That you're very grounded, down to earth, and you don't give, I don't know what it is, but they're saying you don't give false promises. Some of you might be clairvoyant. They might be very attracted to the side of you where, you know, you do have those psychic abilities, quite possibly for some of you, yeah. Now, another thing that's coming through over here, you, my lovely option number 2, it kind of feels like you're somebody who has a very strong and beautiful imagination. I don't know if it has something to do with your work, or maybe it's like just this part of you that's very developed. But you guys, you know, you could be writers, you could be creators, you could be whatever it is. But there's something about you being able to create beautifully, you being able to use your imagination in a gorgeous way. They're gonna absolutely love how you can find a very original way to do something, you know? Maybe just to even cook them like a particular meal or whatever. Or to arrange something. There's something about creativity, thinking outside the box. They're really gonna like that. They're saying it's like a fresh new look, fresh new approach to something. Okay. And they're gonna love your smile. They're gonna love your smile. Sparks. Ooh, they're gonna absolutely love the way that you make them feel when it comes to sparks. Look at this. Keep the sparks flying. Surprise each other with gestures of love. So it kind of does feel like, my darlings, you are somebody, like I said, you have a very special talent of making something ordinary extraordinary. And you're going to find a way naturally without trying to surprise your future spouse, to make those sparks fly. There's a lot of sexual energy that's also coming through in your reading, where they're going to find you very, very, very multiplied by 20 and then infinity irresistible, guys. Because here what I'm seeing, that there's a very strong sexual connection. And maybe at the beginning you will feel like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. But you see, the sparks, they're saying, I'm going to love the way that they make me feel. And they might have some sort of insecurity when it comes to physical intimacy. You're going to kind of mend that without even knowing. Okay. And there's your excitement about things. Like, you know, that childlike excitement that you get? There are people out there who, they just can't be pleased, or they can't get this energy of excitement anymore, because they kind of have this, you know, attitude like they've seen it all, they've done it all, they know it all. But with you, it's different. They're going to love the fact that you get this excitement, and they're going to try even harder to do something to get you excited, to get this reaction out of you. Nice. Wedding. Oof. Taking a relationship to the next level, one step at a time. Okay, this might sound really weird for some of you. Maybe it's not. But your future spouse is saying, I'm going to love the way that they know how to be a perfect partner. Okay? So I'm going to love the way that she knows how to be the perfect wife, or the perfect husband for me. It's this energy of understanding one another. You know, sometimes it kind of feels like it could be telepathy almost, communicating without words, finishing each other's sentences. They're not going to wait, your future spouse is not going to wait too long before they ask you to marry them, or vice versa. Depending on who's going to ask in your couple. But once they start trusting you, they open up in such a beautiful way. It's amazing. And you do have a very nurturing energy. Look at this. Nurture your relationship like blooming flowers. They'll flourish. Okay, so your future spouse is going to love the way that you smell. I don't think it has anything to do with your perfume or anything like that, or your cologne. It's more about your natural smell. Maybe it's a combination of the two, of the shampoos that you use, I don't know. Guys, they're going to love the way that you smell. Because for some of you, I'm hearing they're saying you smell like spring. For others, it's like this energy, you smell like the future, you smell like love, you smell like happiness, you smell like hope. You know, it's that sort of energy. Some of you might have a name that has something to do with the flower. You know, rose, lily, violet. I don't know. I can't think of any more rose name, flower names. I can't. Oh, okay. Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they might dislike about you. What might they dislike about you? Oh, Daisy. I remember one more. Daisy. What's another flower name? What might they dislike about you? Okay, so sometimes, my darlings, you can be a little bit indecisive. Again, it's interesting. You know what? After I started doing this reading, I was like, what they might dislike about you is a bit weird of a question, because even with those dislikes, both for you and for option number one, it's not the energy of negativity. It's just something that sometimes maybe pisses them off or annoys them a little bit. It's not even significant, to be honest with you. But anyways, I'm going to tell you. So sometimes it could be that you guys might be a little bit indecisive, or you like the sort of person who might be a little bit unpredictable, right? So like I said, like just a couple of minutes ago, that they like the fact that, you know how to kind of finish each other's sentences. Sometimes you're going to go into this energy where you're like, okay, no, I want this bag, I want that bag, I want this to eat, I want that to eat, I want to buy this car, I want to go to that holiday, no, I want to go to this holiday. And it will just be like, baby, make up your mind already, damn it. Okay. It also, another thing that comes through over here that your future spouse might dislike about you is that you might save on yourself. You might be a little bit too stingy with yourself, and they are going to kind of motivate you and encourage you to spend more on yourself, to dream bigger. To dream bigger over here. And funny, right at the beginning of the reading, I said that they might take a while to trust you. The same thing with you. The same thing with you. And this is going to be a little bit triggering for them because they're going to see themselves in you, because you might also be like, you know what, darling, I'm not sure I can trust you just yet. Trust is built, trust is earned, trust is, trust is a tricky thing. And I think they're going to see themselves in you a little bit. So it might trigger them, but they will also see themselves and they'll be like, okay, I see. This is definitely something that we need to work on trusting ourselves, and this could include just dealing with stuff that made both you and him not trust others in the first place. And I think you guys are going to be able to deal with it really, really nicely, because you're going to take those stories away. You're going to get your closure, and you're going to understand that this person is not a continuation of somebody else. It's a completely different person. And if they mess up, then you can start not trusting them. But it doesn't feel like they're going to mess up, because again, I said at the beginning of the reading, this person is as loyal as a labradoodle. All right, my lovely option number 2. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know down in the comments below if it resonated with your gorgeous selves. If you're up for a personal reading, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page. So check it out. Alright guys, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. My lovely option number 3. Hi and welcome to your reading, darlings. Get comfy. Let's go ahead and find out what your future spouse is going to love about you and what they might dislike about you. But first, I want to see what the cards want to say about your future spouse. Any random facts, figures, information that you need to know about your future spouse. Maybe you need a little bit of a confirmation. I don't know, you might be dating someone, looking at them, going like, hey, are you my ultimate boo? Could you be the one? Or, maybe it's all yet to come. Let's find out. Things we need to know about your future spouse. Okay, October is coming through as an important month. Your birthday could be in October. Their birthday could be in October. Right now, you're at a distance. Right now, you are at a distance, my darlings. And soon, this is quite interesting. Soon, both of you, you're going to make some sort of important decision, right? And things are going to start moving really fast for the two of you to get together. I haven't said this to option number 1 or option number 2, but you, my lovelies, option number 3, I'm going to give a little bit of a time prediction as to when you could be meeting your future spouse, or when the person that you are with could be making that next move, or some sort of development is going to be happening. So right now we are what? Right now we are in April. So for some of you it's October. If you're watching this is a timeless reading. If you're watching this later on, 10 months, within the next 10 months. Now then, your future spouse is going to be the best partner, especially when we're talking about physical intimacy, you've ever had. And there's going to be some sort of explosion, awakening that's happening over here when it comes to your self-esteem, when it comes to your sensuality, when it comes to your openness, your ability and desire to experiment. Okay, your future spouse is going to sexually awaken you. That's all I'm saying. Your future spouse is going to be younger than you are. Their favorite color might be blue. Light blue. They're going to like wearing jeans. There's something about wearing jeans over here. They're going to be a risk taker, a little bit of a daredevil over here. And they might be somebody who's very much into chains. Wink, wink. This is for a very specific part of you. There might also be somebody who's very much into, I don't know, there's this energy that's coming through about rings, you know, chains as accessories. Maybe they're going like jewelry a lot, you know, the shiny bling bling sort of thing. Big earrings, nice watches, really cool sunglasses, things like this. Okay. Again, Virgo energy, beautiful. For some of you already know this person is at a distance. And I am getting, you know, for a lot of you, this person is from another country. You might speak the same language, but the countries are different. Maybe it's different states, different countries. If your spouse is coming through to let you know that they're going to have eyes for you, so you can forget about all of your insecurities, they're not going to compare you to anybody. It's just coming through as important. So maybe if you guys were always compared to somebody and you felt like you had to compete with somebody, I don't know, who's taller, shorter, bigger, smaller, I don't know, younger, whatever. They're saying you don't have to compete. You with your future spouse, you feel like things are going to be quite easy. It does feel like a lot of you've been in relationships where there were a lot of expectations for you to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to keep up to like particular standards. Nah, your future spouse is like, whatever, darling, I'm ready to go through all of these stages, you know, with you. Being skinny, getting bigger, getting older, getting whatever. You know, experiencing new things. It's this energy of like, you and me until the end. You and me until the end. Another thing that's coming through is your person is very wise. Even though they're going to be younger than you are, they're wise beyond their years. Okay? And they're going to give, like, they're kind of giving me this mentor energy, but not in a condescending way, like, let me guide you. Nah, none of that. It's just this energy of fun and playful. Maybe we should try it this way. And you're like, huh, okay, I like that. Alright, one more card. By the way, guys, if you want to find out more about your future spouse, I do have a future spouse playlist. But so of course, no general reading can replace a what you call it, a personal one. So if you're up for personal one, send me an email. All right, what is up with this 10 of Swords? Again, for some of you guys, you know this person. You might be in separation right now. Yeah, you might be in separation. You might not be talking. Or this could also be an indication of their fear of saying the wrong thing to you at this like difficult time in order not to lose you. Okay, now they're just bragging. with this Eight of Wands, they're just bragging. They keep saying like, yeah, I'll be the best you've ever had. Remember that song? I think it was John Legend. Tonight I'll be the best you ever had. So yeah, I'd say they're kind of kinky. Kind of kinky. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your future spouse is going to absolutely love about you, my darlings. Adore. I keep hearing adore. Oh my gosh. Future spouse is very good with words. Very good with words. What are they going to adore about you? Ooh, the way that you dress up. The way that you fix up, look sharp. The way that you shape shift. The way that you look sexy in a, like, when you're dressing up. The way that you look sexy when you're dressing down. The way that you look good in everything and anything. Okay? An opportunity to dress up and party. Fun times ahead. They're absolutely gonna love the fact that you know how to have a good time. They're going to pay special attention to your optimism. And I think it's this energy, when we're talking about dressing up, it's not necessarily like dressing up in a nice dress or a nice suit. You could be somebody who is easygoing. You can dress up, in that shark suit, or you can dress up as, I don't know, Princess Leia or R2D2. I don't know why I'm referencing Star Wars. Maybe you guys like Star Wars, or your future spouse might like Star Wars a lot. But I don't love how easygoing you are and how, I just want to say, like, freaking fabulous you look in anything and everything. Okay. Passion. Yeah, your future spouse is a lot about passion, my darlings. And you see that passion, normally, like at the beginning of the relationship, obviously the passion's there. It's crazy. It's at the hook. It's anything and everything. It's like, oh my God. What I like about your reading and what your future spouse is going to love about you is that you manage to keep that passion in your relationship for a very, very, very long time. Keep the flame of passion alive. It is the heartbeat of love. So again, dressing up could also be, a little something kinky, something hot, something, yeah. I'm not going to go too much into detail, just because I don't want YouTube to censor this or demonetize it or whatever. But you know what I'm saying. We're all adults over here. Anyways, they're going to absolutely love the way that you click when it comes to physical intimacy, the way that you excite them, the way that you are open to experiments. They'll love taking you out on dates, surprise things. And I think you guys are going to do that as well for them, sparks. Oh my God, yeah. This one is going to be intense. This one is going to be intense in a good way. Don't get me wrong. That intensity is going to die down a little bit because it's impossible to constantly be in that intensity all the time. But the way that you make their eyes light up when you walk into the room, they're saying you light everything up. And you guys are very feisty over here. You can be very, very feisty. Nice. And they're going to absolutely love that you have your own thing going on, that you are your own person, that you don't disappear into them, that you don't dissolve into like, I don't know. You have your own individuality. You have your own opinion. You might not always agree on things, but they're going to love the fact that you are not going to agree for the sake of agreeing. That you are not going to change your values because somebody might be pressuring you into something. They're going to love the way that you just do you. And they're going to give you the freedom to do that. And another thing that they're going to love about this, guys, is that you are going to let them do them. Very important. Where you're not going to try and change them. You're not going to try and mold them into something. You're just going to let them do them. And they're going to feel seen. They're going to feel heard. They're going to feel significant. They're going to feel like they're the real deal and not the projection of something that you want them to be. So this is going to be a very, very, very authentic relationship. No BS, no trying to make somebody that they're not. Good stuff. All right, let's see what they're going to dislike about you. At one point or another in your relationship. Sometimes you can get very competitive. Sometimes, my darlings, you get extra competitive. I can completely relate to that. You get very competitive. Okay. Can be a good thing, can be a bit of an annoying thing. Sometimes they're going to find it annoying. They get extra competitive. Okay. Maybe a little bit difficult for you guys sometimes to make up your mind. I think the same thing came out for option number 2, This is like, remember that meme What do you want to eat? I don't know. Just tell me what you want to eat. It's not that simple. You know what I mean? It's sometimes when you go shopping or when you go out to eat or when you do something like choosing a holiday or choosing a home, you can be a little bit indecisive. And I think they're going to get a little bit agitated with that sometimes. But again, in a nice, sweet, beautiful way. Because of your individuality, sometimes you guys are going to do certain things without consulting with them first. And I think it's just going to be right at the beginning of your relationship where you're still maybe used to being very independent, very like, you know, when you just by yourself for quite some time, you kind of get into the habit of, you know, considering you. And I think that it will take some time for you to switch into this new mode where you're like, oh shit, I should have talked to them about it. And certain things are going to annoy them where maybe you make decisions and they might feel a little bit like, okay, I feel like I wasn't considered. I feel like you could have talked to me. But again, it's something that you guys talk through. It's nothing that, I don't know, makes you argue or makes you break up or anything like that. Okay. Sometimes in an argument, you might say things that you might regret. You can be very harsh with your tongue, with your words. You might get a little bit too defensive. You know what they're going to dislike? This is interesting. It's not so much about you, but it feels like your future spouse is going to be very, very protective over you guys. And in your circle of friends, circle of people, they will see people who are treating you like shit, who might be gaslighting you and things like this. And they'll be getting annoyed and be like, can't you see, like, this person is being so-and-so? And I think for whatever reason, maybe there's a special connection with that person or whatever, you might be reluctant to see that somebody is really like draining your energy and is being your frenemy. And it's going to annoy them because you'd be like, you always want to see the best in people, but like, you know, sometimes you really need to see that somebody is just taking advantage of you and just wasting your resources and telling you BS. Because when your future spouse comes into your life, guys, this is what I'm going to say. Your frenemies are going to be extra active when it comes to trying to sabotage this relationship, trying to gossip, trying to tell you shit, trying to tell you this and that. And I think your future spouse is going to pick up really fast on that and be like, hey, like, this person isn't really good for you. And you'll be like, no, can't be. But with time, again, you know, you'll see, like, time will show. Okay. That's what I see for you, my lovely option number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Let me know down in the comments below. If you're up for a personal reading, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below the video. And I'll send you a list of readings. Do check my Patreon page out as well. And of course, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye.